Okay, it's recording now. So as I said, um, I believe like some people there know me. So my name is Fabio. For those who don't know me, my name is Fabio as well, and you can call me Fabio. Today I'm here to present some aspects of conducting a research. Basically, I'm going to be talking about priorities for selecting literature and also the use of database for scientific research. First, I'm going to start with like showing you some of the features that we use, and then I'll emphasize the importance of English language in the process as well. So when it comes to research, you have to always plan how you're going to make your research, and also uh, selecting the literature, especially for literature review, is really important. So you have to know how to conduct the search for selecting your literature, because your work depends a lot on the literature that you find too. So one of the aspects, one of the material that you should use for your literature review is journal articles. Basically, in respected journals, you find a lot of articles that are very credited, and that offers you a lot of information. And for example, in my case, when I was a student, I would always think that books were the priority. That like I would go to books as the first sources, but Crashwell 2017 says it's it's better to go to a set of journals, like journal articles, because they they sort of like tackle problems that are currently happening, and their research of like last time. So basically it means that the issues that they're talking about are still going on, so they can help you a lot with finding like the topics, like other investigation and the papers done in the topic that you're working on. So when you're doing this, it's really important that you use recent year of publication. So that case, because some if you're using an article, for example, let's say 15 years ago, maybe the problem that is in that article has already been solved. It's really good for you to find like recent year of publication. Well, of course, you can always go back. There are many like articles from the 60s, 70s, and 80s that are still important. They're landmarks. So in that case, you may go to them. Like for example, let's say first studies in the topic that you're studying, they're really important. You can go to that. Um, peer reviewed. Peer reviewed documents are documents that have been reviewed by uh, many researchers. For example, I'm going to work on my paper to publish, and then I will have a lot of experts, several experts looking at my paper, and then they will analyze it so that it has more credibility. So that's why we we always, when we're conducting our research, it's always better, it's always the best option to go for peer-reviewed research, because we know that have been reviewed by several experts. And also it's really important that you choose credited and respected journals as well. We're going to see something about it later. The second, books. Yes, books you can use for research as well. You can use a chapter of a book. You can use an entire book. You can use some pages. So it depends on what you need from the book. So basically, you just go there, just like look for what you want, and then you take it, and that's it. So you don't. It doesn't mean that, for example, if you conducting the research and you're using a book, you have to use the entire book. You just use the section that you need, or you can use the entire book if it's relevant to your research. Then we have conference papers. We have a lot of papers that uh, authors write, but they don't publish them like in journals, because they are conference papers. And some of these conferences, they're really credited, like they're